Well, hello there, one and all. It's your boy Clydesdale. Thanks for joining me. I'm solo OTR truck driver for Leonard's Express out of Caldwell, Idaho. Wait, am I? No. Nope. I'm not. I'm sitting in a truck stop in Caldwell, Idaho. It's a Flying J. It's one of my faves. It's one of my faves, even though it's in Caldwell where home base is. It's one of my favorite truck stops. But I have just completed my last load with Leonard's Express. I've decided to go home. I want to go home. I love driving this truck. I love traveling around this country. I love seeing the things that I've been able to see. Seen some crazy stuff. I've seen some beautiful things. I've been to some beautiful places. I've been to almost all 50 states. Sorry, lower 48, sorry. Never been to Alaska or Hawaii. Never been to Alaska. Been to Hawaii, just never drove a truck there, obviously. But the only states that I did not sleep in or put this truck in any way in the year and better than 3/4 that I've run with Leonard's Express are as follows. Michigan. Been to Michigan. It's where my love is from. So I've been there. Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Those are the states that I never put the wheels of this truck in. I got close to Vermont when I was up in Albany, New York, not too long ago, a couple of months ago. I was up there this summer. But I don't know, I was probably within about 20 miles or so of the border of New York and Vermont. And it was beautiful, I will say that. Oh, it was gorgeous up there. So anyway, you know, I've just decided that despite loving this company and loving this truck and the great equipment that we've got and the culture of this company, I want to go home. I love doing this, but I love my wife more. I miss my grandbabies. I miss my whole family. And I would just love to be able to go home, go to bed, wake up the next day, go to work, go park the truck at the end of the evening, and go home. And start all that over again. OTR truck driving is it's a very challenging and very tall order for a guy with a family. You know, it's great for a single guy. It's great for a young guy. You know, and it was great for me too, because I have the love of my life who completely understands what the purpose of this job was, and that has been fulfilled. We're ticking a box. We're ticking a box, and that box is over-the-road trucking, which I definitely, you know, had to, you know, scratch that itch. I definitely wanted to do it, and I'm glad I did. But also what it was verifiable experience, so that I could go home and find a local gig and go home every night and be in the area if there's something, you know, within the family or household that needs to be resolved, and actually be able to participate in that in person rather than over the phone or video. So I'm just I just feel like it's time to go back home. I want to go home. look forward to that moment, honestly, you know. But as I said, if I was ever asked what company do I recommend for over-the-road trucking, I'm going to say Leonard's Express every time. This is a fantastic company. It really, really is. And I say that to every potential truck driver out there, and every driver that's currently out there that, you know, may need a change. You know, there's 5 yards throughout the country. Most of them are in the east. The westernmost one, and really only one in the west, is Caldwell, Idaho. But they also have Eau Claire, Wisconsin, Taylorsville, North Carolina. There's Delaware. It's the port of Delaware. And Farmington, New York is where the mothership is. So if you're within any of those areas, they're always hiring. And you know, it's a really, really good, solid, family-owned and operated company. I would always recommend Leonard's Express to this. You know, now they're my only benchmark. I know most of you know that, and that's okay. You know, I still feel like that they would put up a challenge to any other trucking company that is mega carrier or otherwise. This is not really what I would consider a mega carrier. They've got, you know, they've got a lot of trucks in the order of about 600 trucks throughout the 5 yards aforementioned. But they're, you know, it's smaller, so they you know, they know your name when you walk in the office. They know who you are, you know, and I love that. I love being called by my name. And in most places, you know, everybody, you're not around them all the time, so they might, you know, Clyde, yeah, Clyde, what's up, brother? You know, and then go along with about a small conversation, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I like that. But, you know, I've got 2 full winters experience out here. I've got a couple 100,000 miles under my belt. Perfect safety record. I have not hit anything. There's been some shit that's hit me. I had my mirror knocked off in Howell River, North Carolina a couple of months ago. And I've been backed into tail to tail. That was shortly after Howell River, North Carolina. I couldn't believe it. I said, holy shit, did I just get hit again? No problem though. No damage at all with the tail to tail hit. You know, I was already backed in, and dude was trying to back in and just tap me just a little bit. He went a little too far, but that's all right. There was no damage at all with that one. It was just fine. But so yeah, anyway, winters are rough in the north, and to be able to have gotten through all of those unscathed, you know, I feel pretty good about it. You know, a lot of guys, and certainly not the majority, but guys have problems out here on these icy roads, man. If you're not careful, you can spin this thing into a ditch very easily, you know. And so to be able to get through 2 full winters on interstates 94, 90, 84, 86, and 80, from Washington and Oregon all the way over to New Jersey, and never have a problem. That is a mark I'm proud of, and I learned quickly how to you know, just basically slow down and drive well in those things. And that's Leonard's Express. They helped me through all that. Super singles, duals. I've ridden 100,000 miles on both of them, tens of thousands easily. on both kinds of tires, and I don't have a preference either way, to be honest with you. I don't mind super singles a single bit, and I don't mind duals a single bit. I just don't. So we you know, tick that box. As far as my service record, it too is spotless. That's not to say that I haven't been late, you know, every now and again, but that's because of other things, not because of me. I've never been late because of me. I've been late because of weather or mechanical breakdown, which that's life in this business. Hell, I've even been early with, you know, data entry errors, you know, so I mean, it just, shit happens out here, you know, that makes you late or 24 hours early, which has happened to me on a couple of occasions. So, you know, there is that. So we've got good clean record, which gives a good recommendation. I'm proud of that. We've had some, you know, very recently, in fact, my last video regarding Leonard's Express was a blowed out right front steering axle tire. It was a catastrophic event. Some sort of a metal piece come flying up, twirling like a drumstick over my right front fender, and when it disappeared behind the fender and went back toward the ground as I'm going 68 miles an hour and turning down a slight incline, that thing blew, man. I mean, it blew. So I've had a little bit of that to brighten my day and experience. You know, I said in that video that a lot of guys, I mean, and gals and big trucks and little four-wheeler cars, something catastrophic like that happens, and the first thing people want to do is mash the brakes. And I was able to not do that after having reviewed it in my head 1,000 times, what not to do. And so that's how I did it. It took me about a mile to stop, but we got her stopped, changed out and everything. So, you know, while it's a, you know, a difficult situation to drive through, and baby, you got to drive it, I can appreciate the experience, because if it happens again, I'm going to know what to do, and the likelihood of it happening again, I mean, if you're driving and you have 18 tires on your truck, a blowout is very likely. I mean, it's less likely on the steering axle, but if it does happen, now I know what to do and have experienced it to say I know what to do. So, but in conclusion, I don't want to give up the channel. I enjoy making YouTube videos and keeping my friends and family up to speed on what I'm doing. I might have to change the name of it, because I'm not going to be reefer trucking necessarily. If I am, again, that's one thing. But if I get into hauling sea containers to the LA and Long Beach ports, the rail yard in Carson, California, something like that, maybe I might get into hauling gasoline. I got close to doing that not too long ago and thought I was going to be out of here way sooner than I am now. So if I go to hauling gas trucks or some sort of a hazmat tanker, I might change the name to something like that. Just depends on what I'm doing, you know. So we'll have to see what the next you know, job brings. I don't know. I've got a couple irons in some fires. I'm leaving Leonard's Express without anything right now. I just got a little pension that I got from previous employer, 26 years at the school district, and but I want to add to that monthly income. So it's just a matter of being able to be home to respond to some of these folks. So we'll be doing that and looking around for something else to do. And when I get that, I'll let y'all know. That's for sure. But I want to thank Leonard's Express and all the people that are involved with Clydesdale and doing what I do and making me feel important and making me feel like I make a difference. They really do make me feel that way. I appreciate all of you. And with that, I want to go ahead and sign off as a Leonard's Express OTR solo truck driver. But we'll be back. We'll see you soon. Take good care of yourself. Do something nice for somebody. Don't ever let those things go away. Always swivel your head. I don't care where you are. A grocery store parking lot, a walk-in movie theater. I don't care if you're making popcorn standing in your kitchen. Keep your head a-swiveling. Know what's going on around you. You know what I'm saying? Do things like that. But you do know who love you. It's your boy Clydesdale. And we'll talk soon at some other point. You know we will. Take good care of yourselves. Peace.